stick around. He's a Nigerian. I think I'm happy about that. I actually have one of the greatest, Chi Modu, right here. How are you doing?
Hey, what's up, brother? I'm good.
Welcome to the show.
Great to be here.
And welcome to Nigeria.
Great to be home.
I think I let you sweat now, right?
A little bit, little hot, but I'm good.
That's good. Welcome. Guys, you know what? You can be part of the conversation. Just come on in. You want to talk to a legend because first, you know, people talk about people being behind the lens. And they feel, you know what, that's all he does. What do you do aside not being behind the camera? What are all the things that everybody knows Chi Modu for?
I travel a lot.
Good.
You know, so I spend a lot of time bouncing around the world, but I think I was born to be behind the camera. So the camera has changed my life, and it still helps me to help change other people's lives. So there's nothing like it, a gift from the sky.
Gift from the sky. You know, the truth is, we actually grew up with likes. I mean, if you talk about anybody in the 80s and 90s, they talk about Tupac and Biggie. Now, it's never that easy to see anybody taking pictures of people who thought they had a sort of rivalry. And, you know, hip-hop was good, but these guys were actually epic and icons in it. But you had pictures of all of them. You're friends with like Nas, LL Cool J, Mary J. Blige, all of them. How did you get to even have that kind of relationship?
Well, my job with a camera is to take who you are and take it out to the world. So I'm very focused on the visuals. You know, they're performing artists and they're visual artists.
Okay.
So our worlds overlap, but they're actually still independent.
Good.
So I'm here to make you look right. Your job is to sound right. You bring the two together, then you create an icon.
Good.
So I'm always focused on my aspect of it.
And why have you chosen your teams are actually hip-hop? Why did you choose that?
I mean, anyone that heard a rap beat in the past 30 years, it drew you in. There's no way to do anything else once you first hear that beat that draws you. So once I heard it, I knew it was for me. And I also knew that folks didn't really understand the importance of visuals back then. They were also focused on their sound. So I knew the visuals were just as important. In fact, the visual arts outlived performing arts.
You know, people talk about your jobs and they don't really talk about the difficult part of their jobs. I mean, what was the most difficult part of your job as a visual man and a photographer?
Well, I mean, photography is very physical, grinding work. Like, it's not sexy when you're doing it. You know, a lot of people get confused by it. It's grinding work and you're behind the scenes, but if you can do it long enough and focus and establish a volume of work, then eventually you come out from behind the camera. So the trick is, and I think a challenge people have today, is that they want to rush to the front of the camera too fast. So I've been a photographer for almost 30 years.
Wow.
And people only now are starting to figure out what I look like. You know, so a good 25 years, they had no idea. They just would see my name. And that was important to me because that's allowed me to do the work, focus on the pictures. I stayed out of the scene until now. Eventually, the collective of all my work makes me come in front of the camera.
Wow. Now, see, for you, I mean, you've inspired people a lot. If you think about it, a lot of people now are going into, I mean, seeing that you've done this and people cannot wait to see you and come and feel that not Lagos experience. You know, we've been hearing a lot of stuff about the Butt-X and, you know, which one of your works are you actually showcasing and why?
Strictly 90s hip hop, but the icons. So the Nas, the Snoop, the Biggie, the Pacs, the Easies, you know. I think no matter where hip hop goes, those guys are still going to be critical to the genre. You know, and sort of the way I define the era that I photographed is that it's kind of like the British invasion of rock and roll.
Yeah.
You had rock and roll long after the 60s, right? You had different groups, but you still remember the Hendrix, the Joplins, those guys from that era. Same thing with hip hop. The hip hop artists I covered, no matter where it goes, trap beats, Drake, Kendrick, you still respect Pac, Biggie, Easy, Nas. So I covered the artists that are universal. So they can pretty much go anywhere in the world and they're well received. So I'm glad I was there for those. Good.
Ladies and gentlemen, you can actually call our numbers on 271-0969, 271-2969, 271-3969, and you can call him up. I mean, you guys, I'm going to tell you more about experience in Lagos and how you can meet him. Hopefully you can get an invite. But good enough, you guys can actually have a one-on-one with him. But I will tell you more when we get back on the show. 96.9 Cool FM, back-to-back music. I mean, one of the best Tupac songs I know you guys can grew on. And I know I'll be asking more about his music. I mean, things he loves. I mean, how he actually unwinds. I mean, how he chills. Because, you know, this guy's work a lot. This is Changes. Tupac is 96.9. FIFA, Davido. Sounds like give me like now. Never die. 2 seconds. House party. Kind of love. I don't want fake love. Kind of love. Bros any day. Bros, man. Speed Diamond. Twice. He's funny. I think we always want to see everything, so I'll go for hot point. You should never ask me that question, but as it is, I love both. I'm sorry, man. Good jokes.
Getting into the Hawks was quite an experience. It was the experience. Everything had to be right, and the song had to be right too. I was nervous and particularly indecisive about the choice of the song I should perform that day. You know, it was quite a tough decision, but eventually it wasn't tough anymore because I just had to choose that song. I'll be fine because it expressed how I felt that moment. Getting into the Hawks it turned out to be everything for me, you know. Eventually, it led to me being signed under YBNL. That moment is something I will cherish for life.
But I'm not ready for this challenge. Only me for this planet.
I view my Ox session every day. I knew how to walk into the spotlight. It was something different, something great.
Baby girl, take a look in me.
I mean, I feel blessed to be part of this greatness.
Cause you so damn fine. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Say it, baby. Hey, I gotta go. She's got the magic. Yeah, she's got the magic. And she's taking me over, yeah. Hey, look what you made me do, look what you made me sing. Cause you got the magic. And you're taking me over, yeah. All night, baby. You've been on my mind all night, baby. Can't get you off my mind, baby. I need you now, come vibe with me. On time, baby. Say you wanna ride, come ride with me. Queen of the dance, come vibe with me, babe. It's on the radio. Our song's on the radio, baby. Just dance with me, vibe with me, yeah. It's on the radio. Our song's on the radio, baby. Just dance with me. Our song's on the radio, baby. Come dance with me, aye. Papa de, aye. Oh, aye. Papa de, aye. Papa de, aye. Oh, aye. Papa de, aye. I got the juice, baby, you got the sauce. We 5 and 6, baby, everyone knows. But we still gon' keep this all on the low key. Oh yeah, you've got the locks, baby, I've got the keys. And I'm gonna slide, baby, you already know this is what you came here for, yeah. Oh yeah, all night, baby. You've been on my mind all night, baby. Can't get you off my mind, baby. I need you now, come vibe with me. One time, baby. Say you wanna ride, come ride with me. Beat off the days, come vibe with me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's on the radio. Our songs on the radio, baby. Just dance with me.
Was that a strategy for you?
No, I mean, the strategy was that I like them.
Good.
And they were young brothers like me, so I could relate to them right away. The talent part was extra.
Wow.
You know, so we were cool man to man, and then they were world famous guys potentially, you know? So I was there to help them become who they are today to the world.
That's good. That's good. And now the thing is, now not to the question I asked you off the radio, is you are friends with all of them. Tupac and Biggie, but there was a time there was this beef. Tupac, Biggie beef. Sometimes people get in conversation and say, I like Tupac, I don't like Biggie. I like Biggie, I don't like Tupac. How do you even have that relationship? I mean, if I'm going to ask you, who do you love the most, Tupac or Biggie?
I mean, it's funny. I get this question all over the globe.
Yeah.
And people get mad if I don't pick one, you know, because everyone has chosen a side. But they were both my dudes. I got along with both of them real well and respected them. You know, they were young guys, left the world a little too early. But it doesn't matter how long you live, it matters what you do with the time here. So we're still talking about them 25 years after they've died. So they lived a really good, rich life. And I'm glad I was a part of it.
I like that. 200 unseen pictures of Tupac. And that led you wrote a book called Tupac Uncategorized.
Yep.
Tell us about the book.
Well, my thinking was, I've never seen a coffee table photo book of a black artist. I've seen many of white artists, but I've never seen one of a black artist. So I thought Tupac deserved that attention. So I did a photo book, 200 pages, all the photographs I did of him for the fans at a price point that they could reach it.
Wow. And that's major. That's major. I mean, for the reason you did that is major for me. Now, music. Let's go into, you are clearly, I mean, I want to assume that you are a hip-hop head, right?
Till the day I die.
Till the day you die. Okay. So, you know, if you're going to check out your playlist, your top 10 songs, hip-hop, I mean, you can tell from 10 to 1, your top 10.
Well, more artists. You know, I think it's because all artists put out a good song, all artists put out a bad song. But the ones that are most consistent are the ones I like. I rock with Nas.
Boom.
I rock with Big.
Boom.
I rock with Pac.
Boom.
Snoop, I did his first album, so I got to claim Snoop.
Good.
Method Man, Wu, I did their album, Method Man's album, so Wu-Tang. I mean, LL's my people. You know, I mean, I could really go on and on. You know, MC8. You know, today, Vince Staples, I rock with. J. Cole, Kendrick. So I like quality hip-hop. You know, and if it's real, I'm going to rock with you.
Good. Now, we're looking forward to the Lagos experience. What are you looking forward to? We're looking forward to meeting you. What are you looking forward to in the Lagos experience?
I mean, I came to my country to see my people and actually show them the work that they also own, because this work was produced and created by a Nigerian for the world. So I think Nigeria needs to take credit for that. So I'm here to show y'all this is yours. Well done.
Welcome, bro. Now, the good thing is, you know, we're talking about hip-hop sometimes is synonymous with, like people see it sometimes, violence. You know, did you ever get criticized, you know, you take pictures, how were you able to even match that? Because, you know, people might say, nah, you know, it's promoting violence. So how do you manage to even sell the culture using pictures? I mean, and not even having to deal with that.
Well, what I do is I show people as human beings. And once you see them as a person, it's harder to judge them. So I want to strip away all that you think and now look in this person's eyes, you know? But the way I tell people is like, no one ever judges a war photographer and says you're promoting violence. Well, a lot of the neighborhoods my subjects come from are like war zones. So I'm just documenting and showing you where they're from. I'm not creating it, I'm showing it. So the fact that you don't criticize a war photographer, but you criticize somebody photographing a hood, same people suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder, all right? It's tough to grow up in the hood. So the fact that we've taken a picture, the fact that these guys rhyme about it, that's how the world knows. So our job is to spread it out. It's not to candy coat it. You see what it is, and if you think it needs to change, then get it and fix it now that you know what's going on. So we're out here to get the message out.
Okay, so Chi, for you, what has been your most challenging session of any of you know your work? What has been your most challenging session you ever had with the stars, these icons?
I think the trick with people is that when they're secure, they're very easy to work with. If you have any problem with anyone, it's because they're insecure. That's what I found. So you can look at artists and you can tell who's secure and who's not, right? Pac, easy, Big, easy. Really easy to work with because they knew who they were. They were superstars. But the ones that are on the edge that aren't really sure all the time, they can be tricky. Wyclef was a bit of a pain, but I'm not going to get into that.
Okay, it's good. It's good you dropped it. And now we know.
I gave you somebody.
And we love him back here because
it's a homie.
Yeah, he's a homie. He comes to Nigeria a lot, and we love him. But we don't want anybody giving Chi a lot of trouble. We don't like that, The good thing about Nigerians are, we fight for each other. They don't care about it. I mean, you got to be talk about the culture, the identity. I remember when Jiden had said something one time about Nigeria. He had it. You don't talk about. I don't care. You might not be in the same space that you expect us to be, but you don't talk about Nigeria in a certain way. So we'll come for you, right?
Facts.
So anybody coming for you, we come for them.
There you go. There you go.
So the fact is, you're secure, so you're good. Ladies and gentlemen, we had a great session. Is the Buttocks Experience coming very soon? Not even about that. It's the fact that I like the idea that he's bringing the art back here to Nigeria, and it would be nice. This guy has changed the world just by using a lens. It's magical. I mean, meeting all the stars like the Nas, Tupac, Biggie, anybody who actually have to sit in the same room with these guys and have that experience. It is a big deal. Not everybody would get that experience, right? And the good thing is, this book, ladies and gentlemen, he just gave me his book. Please, can you have that? Let me have that. If you come close to this book for no reason, I'm not giving this out, right? Because I'm used to people saying, I want that. No, you're not getting this, right? This is the Tupac Shakur Uncategorized. How do we get this book if they want it?
You can get it online on categorize.com, but they also will have some at the event. So, yeah, they'll have some copies there.
Okay. When is the time and the date again?
December 1st and 2nd.
Okay.
From 4 to 8 p.m.
Okay. So you're hosting a master class and...
we're going to do a Q&A conversation the first day, and the second day a master class. So I can talk a little bit of technical and my process with the people that are interested.
Okay. So just one last question. How did you choose the portraits you're showcasing? Just because based on the icons, or just because you had some special attachment to it?
Well, the thing about when I do exhibitions is there are a certain amount of pictures that are classics that you have to have in a show. So that eats up about 10 or 15 frames right there, and then I use the rest of the space to fill it out. So based on the size of the space, that's what I bring.
Okay. A pleasure to have you, Chi. Keep working hard, bro. I mean, you've opened the doors for the world of Africa. How many countries have you been to? I'm sure you lost count.
Well, this 2-week trip, I'm seeing 5. So
In
1
2
week here,
weeks?
1 week in the Middle East. Yeah.
How do you rest? What do you do? You travel, or you just apart from traveling? Do you?
I'm home. I have a family, kids. I'm home. But I'm on the road. I'm on the road. When I'm home, I'm home.
That's it. Welcome to Nigeria again,
Thank you, man.
right?
Thank you.
296.9 Cool FM, still the Midday Oasis, Chi Modu, our legend superstar still here. I mean, you guys have to come to the experience and see what's going down. I can guarantee you're going to learn a lot. And I mean, the fact is, you never know. You can change the world just by whatever you do. Whatever you're doing, you can change the world, right? Back to the show, 96.9 Cool FM, 11 minutes past 1 o'clock. It's to your 24 hours music station. If I were you, I'm not going to touch that radio. So deal to the TUN energy God. I'll be right back.
I let it go back to when we played as kids, but things changed. That's the way it is. Come on.
That's just the way it is.